Okay, first we have the package I picked up yesterday at the post office. This box is from Scale Trains, but the contents are not. This is a prize I won in sparky107107's last giveaway. The funny thing is, this prize I honestly had no idea what it was when I was guessing numbers. I completely missed what he had said and missed the string. What he had said and was just guessing numbers on something. I had no idea what it was, but it was scenery stuff, and can't usually go wrong with scenery stuff. I'm sure there's some scenery stuff you could go wrong with, but when you have a limited budget, there isn't really that much you can go wrong with, because if you don't need it, you can always resell it, or you can always sell it, or trade it with somebody, or whatever, or make it work for a little while and then replace it later with something you need. You never know. Those are always possibilities. And I missed a stream where he announced the winners, thanks to having a messed up sleep schedule that week. I did watch the replay just in case I won something, and got a pleasant surprise when Sparky said my channel name. This is the first thing I've actually won in a giveaway. The package is upside down because the shipping label is on the top. Plus, it's going to be easier to open from the bottom because of how it's taped, and with this piece of paper on it. There's actually two pieces of paper. There's this one, and then there's this one, and I'm not sure what those are. It's kind of weird. And I wasn't sure what the paper was for, and I thought there was only one, and then, so I looked at this one. This one you can pull back a little bit. It's not completely taped, so I looked in the back to see if anything was written, and it says RJ78 Productions. So I am wondering if he sent the wrong prize to the wrong person. But let's cut this open and see how Sparky goofed. If he put the wrong paper on it, or if he sent me RJ78's prize. It's been a couple weeks since he mailed it. It was shipped November 23rd, and I picked it up on December 6th. I don't know how long it was sitting there, though. No, so even crossing the international border, it got here much faster than others seem to get their packages. I'm going to cut this open. If it will cut. Okay, pause the video. This is not cutting. Okay, I got the one side open. Now, for some reason, on this side, you put extra tape on it. At least he didn't wrap it in Gorilla Tape. Oh, close that. Put that there. Oh, yeah, duh. I have to open up the middle, too. So you can get this open, too. Although you never know, it could be wrapped up in Gorilla Tape inside. Oh, there's Sparky's peanuts. That's contraband. Okay, MRYCG YouTube Community Group. Interesting. Have a Jumbo Lane printing. Not sure what that's for. And I'm seeing there is something else in here. You can probably see that. We have a Container Man 68 sticker. Interesting. Sparky sticker. I have to figure out some place to put that. Outer Valley Railroad card. That's the prize I won. I'm going to get another card here. Along with a lot of peanuts. You know, Sparky, these are contraband in New York State. West Hill Wagon Works. 00 gauge layout. Interesting. Just throwing random cards in the box here. This is from the guy who wears wigs, so. Here we have, and there's more cards. Sparky, you look at it, just packed it with cards. Jeez. Ready Grass Vinyl Mat, so we did get the right prize in here. Adding baths, foliage, bushes, and shrubs. So this is interesting. I'll have to take a look at this at some point. It looks like It's pretty much just a base for scenery. Okay. This is more realistic than I was expecting. When you think grass mats, you usually think of those vinyl things that look kind of like an outdoor rug. But that's nicer than I expected. MRYCG. I think that's a sticker. And we have a card. Barnabas Junction. Just threw everybody's cards in here. That looks like a biodegradable peanut. When I was in Boy Scouts, there were actually, I took the Environmental Conservation Merit Badge. I didn't get it because the guy was a dork. And everybody in the thing was taken at scout camp, and everybody in the thing was all rowdy and stuff. I was the only one that took it seriously. And so I didn't hear a lot of things, so I didn't get the actual merit badge. But one of the things he showed us was biodegradable peanuts. And the ones I saw were all sorts of different colors. And the kids were actually eating them. I was not going to put that in my mouth. One of them actually put a daddy long leg in his mouth, which could have been a problem. Those are actually quite poisonous, and one of the few places in the body that their teeth can penetrate is the skin inside the mouth. So it was, yeah, weird. Okay, now we have a Walters train line, cushioned load, Union Pacific 58801, 1967. I assume he just threw this in extra. If he did, that is greatly appreciated. Thank you for the extra gift, Sparky. This is built 1967, so this will probably be used on the Finger Lakes Northern. That fits that timeline. I mean, that starts in 1980. That's going to start in 1880, so that will probably do good going to like the steel mill or something like that. Yeah. So that's a much needed thing. And of course we have peanuts. Now I'm not quite... Okay. Alright, we have a random alligator clip. I assume this is for, like, I had mentioned we have a random cow. Did you just sweep up your shed floor and dump the contents in this box, Sparky? Moo! Whoops, dropped it. That is exceedingly random. Anything else weird in here? Another alligator clip. I assume these were deliberate because I mentioned in the thing that I was thinking about wiring an alligator clip and putting that in. I do have lying around some. The electrician did some work. There are some wires lying around that he left here. I'm not sure what size they are, but I don't think it really. If they're too big, I don't think it would make that much difference. Okay, so all the rest of this is peanuts. Okay. So, I appreciate the alligator clips. I will hopefully get those, that will hopefully allow me to get the programming track working. If I can find that wire. Now, I have some talking. I was going to switch around, but this is running long. And now I'm going to talk about the future content. I haven't been able to get the programming track set up, so I can't do the review of the SD40-2 yet. Those alligator clips will help with that. I hopefully will get the track working soon, if I can find the wire. I could print out the voided visual look, but I really want to be able to run it back and forth. I don't have a scale or other stuff yet, so it wouldn't be a very in-depth review, but I plan on reviewing most of the stuff I get, and they'll get more in depth as time goes on. It's now winter. In fact, right now it's in the 20s outside, and there's an inch or two of snow on the ground, so my tripod and phone mount is really going to keep video steady in the winter. The RSR is back to running daytime plant pulling in anywhere from 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m., so I will likely be recording them. I haven't been able to rail fan since the beginning of November for the same reason I can't do the programming track. The only person I have to take me places because I can't afford a car of my own won't take me anywhere because my anxiety and PTSD has prevented me from doing anything for about a month. In the next 2 years, my mom and I will be making 3 vacations. The first is very short. In February 2022, we'll be driving out to Pompey, New York, and Onondaga County, and driving back across the route of the old turnpike, most of which is now US 20. In February of 1822, some ancestors made this trip by covered wagon from Pompey to Darien, so we are going to make the trip 200 years later in a lot better time. They would have taken a couple months, arriving in time to clear land, build their cabin, and plant crops. We will be a few hours on the road. And then in the spring or summer of 2022, we plan on finally doing the trip to New England, which will be Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont over a couple of weeks. I don't know how much rail fanning I'll be able to do. I have a Facebook friend, I believe, in Connecticut. My Irish and English ancestors are from New England, mostly Saybrook, Connecticut, and this trip is to see New England plus get the paperwork needed to correct the records of the DIR, which have our direct ancestor, Lieutenant Daniel Kirtland of the American Revolution, listed as Daniel Kirkland. So we have to get that corrected with the help of the historical societies in Connecticut and get the birth certificates to prove the line so my mom can join the DAR and I can join the SAR if I choose to. I hope to on this trip get the New England Central, Providence, and Worcester and other railroads in New England. Probably not going to do anything along the NEC. Passenger just doesn't interest me, especially a constant stream of nothing but passenger. I might see a little MBTA. I will certainly record anything I see and post it, but I'm not going to seek out passenger. After this trip will be the June 2023 trip, which I mentioned a few times. A family friend is graduating nursing school in June of 2023 in Florida, so whenever in June that is, we'll be leaving New York and heading south, probably staying in North Carolina for the night, and hopefully meeting some friends who moved to Georgia in 2015, and we haven't seen since 2018 when we were in Georgia. Then we'll be going down the East Coast. My mom wants to see Cape Canaveral, and I want to see the Florida East Coast Railway. I have wanted to document that for many years. Then we'll be headed across the Everglades to Fort Myers, and we'll be spending at least 3 days in Florida with the friend. He has some places he wants to take us. I want to catch some trains, not sure what all I'll see and record. The Seminole Gulf Railway is based out of Fort Myers and has 2 divisions with a roster of nicely painted B39-8E road switchers that I really hope to catch. I know what days they run, where they run, and such. That will be on an episode of Real Railroads. I also hope to see the Florida Midland and Florida Central. These are 2 other short lines. The Florida Midland is more likely. My mom doesn't want to go anywhere near Orlando, which is where the Central runs, but the Central runs from northwest Orlando and in that direction, while Disney is to the southwest. These 2 plus their sister Florida Northern are all going to be featured in Real Railroads. After the main part of Florida, we'll be going to the Panhandle and then through Alabama and Mississippi to reach Louisiana. My mom wants to drive in New Orleans, so we'll be going there. She wants to drive up the East Bank of the Mississippi River and then crossing to Arkansas, but I want to visit Robert in Texas. So the plan is to go from Louisiana to Texas, visit him, and go to Dallas, where my mom lived back in the 70s or 80s. Then there will be Arkansas to meet Jason. Meeting Jason in Arkansas is a definite, while Texas is a maybe that I won't know until we are on the road. I added up the days, and only 6 to 8 days of a 12-day vacation are accounted for, so I'm not sure exactly what all I will be seeing. Of course, any trains I see and can record will be. After Arkansas, the plan is to go to Missouri and maybe Kansas. No plans to go to Oklahoma, although that could change. Kansas will be the eastern end, so the location Roy Hardwick mentioned is not going to happen. If Oklahoma happens, it would be Tulsa and no further west, then Kentucky and home. I am actually doing more research for this trip than the New England trip. I've been looking up railroads in Florida and making notes of spotting locations and such. I will continue that for those states in the general area of where we will be. In May 20th to 22nd, 2022 is Sparky's get-together at Strasburg. I don't think I will be there. That is a weekend, and I work weekends. Going down on the 22nd might be possible, but I highly doubt it, and I need as many weeks of work as I can. I don't even want to miss the one weekend I miss while on vacation, because that's $30 or more that I can't spend on trains. And when you have a budget of about $1,000 a year, the freight car that would buy is very important. I wanted to get the small layout built and only have scenery stuff to work on and operate it before snow, but unfortunately that did not happen. I haven't gotten more wood for the layout because since I don't have the soldering station yet, there's no reason for me to build bench work and just have it sitting in the way with no purpose. This is all I have for you in this video. I now have 3 episodes of Real Railroads to film on the properties of Regional Rail. I'm entered in both Sparky's 5,000 sub giveaway and Vinny's Christmas giveaway. Thanks again to Rail Artists for offering to pay for my shipping because I have no way of getting money to Vinny. So I will at least be getting a sticker from Vinny next year. Hopefully, if I win something, it will be something that I can use or that I want. If it's not something I can use, I guess I'll have to figure out somehow to do a contest myself or like 200 subscribers or something. Watch for upcoming episodes of Real Railroads. I took a break because I wasn't getting scripts written and was out of ideas, but researching the 2023 vacation has breathed new life into the series. Later. Thanks again, Sparky, for the extra gift.